So if you had $50 million right now, would you feel comfortable putting it in the stock market?
Not right now, no.
Would you feel comfortable putting it in the real estate market?
No, I wouldn't.
How about the bond market?
Nope.
How about cryptos?
Nope. Nope.
And I'm saying this because what I'm seeing going on, talking to some people I know in private equity right now, the appetite for businesses is increasing greatly
Hmm.
because there's nowhere else to put money. It's people always wonder why there's so many vacant buildings in New York. People will buy those buildings. Wealthy people will buy those buildings, and they don't even care if they lease them. It's a place to store money where they think they won't lose their wealth.
Mm.
But that's all bought. At that asset class, bonkers. Housing market, bonkers. Stock market, bonkers. Where is a safe place if you're sitting on hundreds of millions or billions of dollars right now? Where would you invest it?
Yeah.
What the thought is when you're talking to some of these people in like the PE world right now is we're going to buy businesses that make money, viable businesses that have some kind of growth strategy, that have reoccurring revenue that's stable, that's predictable. And we're better off buying those assets than we are putting it into like equities or real estate right now. So what I'm getting at is if you want to make a bunch of money in the next like 20 years, build business, sell it.
Yeah.
Build another business and sell it. And I think that is, you know, the tech unicorns are their own, that stuff, its own little special world. I'm talking about building up, build a business that's got $2 to $5 million in earnings, sell it.
Hmm.
Take that money, go build another one. I think that's the kind of the little ecosystem we're going into because the appetite for that is amazing right now. I heard a story of an eye clinic or something that was going for like 7 or 8x earnings, and that was 2 years ago. Right now, they're saying that could go for 9 to 11x. And you think about it, how many times are you going to get LASIK?
Yeah.
What's the lifetime customer value? Like
Yeah.
you're basically here one time, so it's just a continuous flow of people. But the growth trajectory is not crazy. It's just a consistent producer of profit.
Hmm.
I heard of anything in financial services like these like certified financial planner type people, and they're getting consumed up 10, 11, 12x. I'm hearing just consistent, stable, predictable revenue. So if you can come up with any kind of business that is of size, that's got a decent margin, I'm not saying anything crazy, a decent margin, and you can get a couple million earnings, you can sell it right now. And the multiples are bonkers. So do we look at more red ocean strategies where we start looking at doing pizza better, doing burgers better, some kind, like anything that's a service, right? Where you could go in and do something better, build up a $3 to $5 million business, better SEO company, you know, uh, better marketing company, better cleaning, whatever it is. Build it up to size, have consistent reoccurring revenue, sell it, and then go do it again. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I completely agree. I don't have as much insight into what's happening in P as you do, but that's my general sense too. And just the businesses that we're looking at, or that we get info from, is that multiples have gone up. What I wanted to ask you though, James, is, I mean, a significant portion of your fans and listeners and viewers are small business owners and entrepreneurs, but if they hadn't thought about this as an avenue before. Maybe they thought of their business as a lifestyle business, and this was what they want to do forever. And you're saying, okay, well, you can actually bring forward a significant exit and have a liquidity event early. Is there a mindset shift, or is there a tip or a bit of advice that you would give to somebody who's making that transition?
I mean, my first thought is not everyone's going to want to do that.
Hmm.
There's some, small landscape business around here that's probably doing 700K and they're happy doing that. Not really who I'm talking to. Um, I'm looking for someone that's probably like, either has something going right now or they're about to start something and thinking, what's the plan? And there's a lot of people out there that just want to make money. And when you can almost be like a business flipper.
Hmm.
If that makes any sense, but I just think looking at the appetite, there's so much money out there that there's nowhere for it to go right now. So if PE firms can continue to buy, so you buy a company for, $20 million, knowing that they produce a couple $1 million in cash every year. That's a pretty safe bet if it's a decent company.
Right.
It's safer than putting the money in the stock market right now or the housing market, where you might say, okay, I'm overspending because of the multiple so high, but the risk is very low. Where the housing market could blow up and the stock market could blow up. Or where else do you just put money right now? What do you if you're a fund and you're sitting on like $500 million, where do you put that safely and like get some kind of return on it?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, because you compare maybe like an investment in securities and how you can actually have negative yield on that. But let's say you have a business, or you bought out a business that does 40% margins, and the economy turns and it only does 10%. Well, at least a positive 10% yield is better than anything that you're going to get anywhere else. So for those big money funds that are just looking for yield, I completely get why the shift is changed to businesses, because it makes a lot of sense.
So I see a lot of opportunity in the small business world to I think you're just going to see more and more people targeting that, developing a small business. Maybe not trying to go for the $1 billion unicorn stuff, knowing that, hey, I might be able to sell this thing for 10, 15, $20 million. I can see where we get in a cycle where that just becomes, it's like the new boy band. Like you're creating a new boy band every year. You get a template down, you get the guy that can sing and the one that can dance. You put the goofy dude over here. You get the guy with the crazy hair over there, and you get a little template down. You start making money, and you can see where like a group of entrepreneurs get together and say, okay, we got someone that can do sales. We got like a finance person. We got the strategy business person. Let's go over here, start this business, and we get it up and get it built and we get it sold. It's you get a little system in place, and you can see where you're just building businesses to sell them. Like that's it. You're not trying to go public. Like you're not trying to get $1 billion funding. I'm trying to get this thing up to 10, 20 million and sell it. I'm trying to get it up to 10, 20 million and sell it. Could be a consulting business, it could be anything. But the goal is to just get it built up and then get it sold. Because that's the appetite right now.
Yeah, and I think you said something very important there, and it's something that I'd never actually thought about, or it was like a misperception that I have about the market, or I had about the market, which is that you had to have a certain kind of business in order to attract acquirers. But I think at least the last 24 months or so has really shown me that if you just focus on your balance sheet and you focus on margin, you could have a laundromat, or you could start literally any business, and there will be an appetite. Somebody will want to buy it for that yield. So
let's say you got 50 laundromats.
Yeah, exactly.
And you show up and you sell this whole group of businesses. It's a well-oiled machine. It's turnkey. It's running, and you're generating 2.5 million in earnings every year. You will find someone to buy it. It's one of those things that it doesn't matter. I've heard, recent things I've heard about the eye doctor. I've heard about a scrap metal place, people in financial services, small manufacturing companies. small CPG companies. There's, go find someone that I can't find a good cake around here to save my life.
Yeah.
Like, this is like an ongoing complaint of mine. Where the hell do you go to get a good cake around here? And it's like the little small mom and pop places they're terrible. And then I keep seeing this nothing but bunt cake place pop up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many people are going to the nothing but bunt cake place? Don't quote me on this, but I could have swore they got like hundreds of locations now. And I'm like, holy crap. So again, what if you find that person that just has something special and then you go invest in it and you help them grow it until they got 50 locations? Could you offload that to a PE firm? You find someone that specializes in the hospitality industry, boom, you got 50 locations. Even if you're just netting $100,000 a location, that's a lot of money.
Right.
That's enough to get a conversation going. Like, how much liquid cash do you produce every year? And then the cool thing about that is the PE firm can go, well, that's at 50. Well, what if we get this to 200 stores?
Right.
Well, what they do is they get it to 200 stores and then they exit at an even higher multiple. So this is where businesses can be, you buy a house, right? Let's just say you buy any piece of real estate. You buy a commercial building, right? You got a cap rate. Do you ever make 50% on your money on a commercial building? Maybe on a renovation flip and luck, right? Other than what the old cap rates, 6%, 7% or something. Not a bad place to make money, but not a tremendous amount of cash flow coming out of commercial real estate right now. Scary place to be with a lot of people wanting to work from home. So, but that's the extent of it. That's like, what the most it's ever going to do. If you buy a business for 20 million, you might be able to take that business to 100, 200, or 500 million.
Right.
And it's like the upside. So you see where buying businesses is going to become an even bigger thing. As the larger companies merge and scoop up a lot of the mid-sized players, it's going to create a lot of room for people to go create more small businesses to get larger. PE is going to help grow them, and then they're going to sell the goddamn thing. So I get to see where starting businesses and selling them could be a very hot thing in the next few coming years. The market crashes, money's going to shift around. That might change the game a little bit, but is it a safe bet to put money into a company that is consistently going to generate you, 25, 30% on your money?
Right.
It's not a bad deal when you think about it. So just something I wanted to talk about. The more, I see these crazy multiples going, that even for small businesses now, that there's more money out there than there's businesses to buy. There's opportunity there. It takes a little while to get a business built up and get going, that's for sure. But I don't know if there's ever been a greater incentive to do it. If you're looking for an exit, this is the time.
Right.
So that's my thoughts. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's pretty insightful.
I always jump on this website because it's like the amount of money that gets raised is
this week. Yeah.
This week, $28 billion. Is that acquisitions this week, $73 billion. Like, this is how much stuff's going on right now. So
yeah,
but anyways,
most people don't even know there are 234. Couldn't even name 234 companies, and 234 were acquired this week.
They're not even close. But anyways, man, I got to roll. That's all I got for now.
Sounds good.